Day 2 of the Democratic National Convention kicks off tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Former President Bill Clinton and former Second Lady Jill Biden are some of the headliners for the virtual event, but people are still buzzing about Michelle Obama's comments she made last night.
Let me be as honest and clear as I possibly can. Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He has had more than enough time to prove that he can do the job, but he is clearly in over his head. He cannot meet this moment. He simply cannot be who we need him to be for us. It is what it is.
All right, let's break down the big night with Yahoo Finance senior columnist Rick Newman. Rick, definitely want to touch upon Michelle Obama's comments, but you know what? We just had Quincy Crosby on from Prudential Financials. He said the conference or the tone of the conference yesterday was more moderate as it pertains to Joe Biden's potential presidency. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, sure. I think so. I mean, Biden wants to position himself as the candidate who can get some centrist votes and perhaps some moderate Republican votes. And I think that's the reason we saw John Kasich, the former Republican governor of Ohio, talking in the convention yesterday. And, you know, what kind of struck me is I thought they did a pretty good job of making it look like the big tent they want it to be. So you have Bernie Sanders doing a better job this time around than he did in 2016 of saying, look, I don't agree with Biden on everything, but he's the man for the moment. And then going all the way over to Kasich and a few other Republicans. So you had far left people like Bernie Sanders pulling for Biden, and you had some sort of centrist Republicans pulling for Biden. That is what they're looking for. The real question with this convention and the Republican convention next week is, will they actually reach any persuadable voters? That's the bar here, not just to make all your fans happy. They really need to persuade the few people who are still somewhat undecided.
Hey, Rick, what did you make of Governor Cuomo's speech last night? He's getting a lot of slack for it today. He said some things about the virus, saying it was actually a metaphor for how weak our country is, that the coronavirus is not actually the illness. Kind of a little confusing, a little odd. I think he mentioned Trump once. He waited till the end of his speech to actually name Biden. What did you make of what he had to say?
Well, remember, all of these remarks are vetted because it's mostly pre-taped and it's all pre-approved by the Biden campaign. So the Biden campaign was fine with it. And but you're right. I mean, it was a little odd. And he actually is a little odd himself. I mean, he won plaudits for his news briefings when the crisis was really so terrible here in New York State and in New York City, because he was simply forthright about what was going on. Well, Trump was not. That was the time when Trump was saying, it's going to disappear. It's not, it's on the states, not on the federal government, and so forth. But, and of course, some people thought Cuomo should be the presidential candidate. So I think we saw a reason last night in that strange presentation for why he is not the presidential candidate. And he does have some off moments. And Trump is going after him on Twitter this morning, saying Cuomo is the one responsible for 11,000 deaths in New York State. So, more of the blame game about whose fault really are these coronavirus deaths.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.